welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a worth the buy or not foundation review on this Profusion Feel Good Skin foundation that I've been seeing a lot of talk about. I wanted to check it out for myself, so I went ahead and purchased it at Walmart. I actually purchased 2 of them because I was like, I don't know what shade I am. Their shade range is really weird, but we'll figure it out. So if you guys are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka The Mexican Beauty, and I make videos on all things beauty and a little bit of lifestyle here and there. So I would love for you to become a member of my family here on YouTube. So please go ahead and subscribe and also hit that notification bell because that will make sure that you are notified as soon as I upload. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here, I'm pretty much there like 24/7. So do all those things, let's become friends, and let's get right into this video. First thing we're gonna go ahead and start off with today is our skin. So I'm gonna go ahead today and I'm going to be using Makeup Revolution's Mattify Primer. This is the Matte and Fix Primer. I have talked about this before, I think in a dupe video, and I really do enjoy this primer. I feel like it competes heavily with a lot of high-end primers. So I'm just warming this up in my hands. And I'm going to be just applying this all over. It's actually really early right now in the morning, and I just obviously showered and I got back from the gym, and I've noticed that whenever I wear a mask, I always have redness right on my nose area after like I wear the mask for a while. And it's just like, oh, the worst. I have this primer on and I love it because it's mattifying, but it's like a soft matte. It gives you a really nice satin finish. It's not too thick or like too drying. Some matte primers just dry you out completely. This does not do that. Okay, so now for the foundation, I have 2 shades here because I just couldn't decide what I was. So I have medium 5, which is a warm yellow, and then I have tan, which is a neutral. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to be just, I thought it was gonna be more runny than this, but let's see, I'll do it right there. Okay, that looks a little bit more lighter, but let's figure this out. Okay, I think I'm gonna be the tan one, just from what I'm seeing. I'm sure that maybe in like the winter, yeah, I think I'm gonna be tan 1. I will have my shade references down below so you guys can go ahead and check them out. So this is what we're looking like without any product. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so we can get like really into this phase. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with tan 1. So I'm gonna shut medium 5. I feel like I'm gonna get good use out of medium 5 in the winter, but right now it's just not working out for me. So I'm gonna go in with tan 1. This also does have SPF of 15. It does contain hyaluronic acid. It's medium to full coverage, and it's a natural satin finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in first with my Cookie Cosmetics sponge. I mentioned this in my previous video, and I really have been loving this sponge. I've been using it ever since. It is the softest sponge I've used to date. And it expands so big, like it's just perfect, wow. This coverage is really good. The sponge is just applying it so well. So you guys know that I like to first go in with my sponge, and then on this side I go in with my brush, just so that you guys can see the difference of using the foundation with a sponge and a brush. I did find this foundation at my local Walmart. This looks stunning. Look at that. Like, look at that coverage, and it covers my rosacea and redness right away, which I definitely do appreciate. How much was this foundation? I want to say this foundation was $7. Yeah, it's $7. So, I mean, that's an amazing deal. It definitely does have a scent to it. So, it's a very nice smell. It's not like a nasty smell. It's very, very lovely, but I know some people don't like scents, so I'm just putting that out there. Just first impressions, I'm really impressed with this coverage. And I'm so happy with how the sponge is applying it. Like I mentioned, you guys need to check out Cookie Cosmetics sponge. Like, obviously I've been using it a lot because it is purple, but it literally has foundation on it. But you can find it on Cookie Cosmetics website, and you can use my coupon code TheMexBeauty for 25% off your order. And you guys know Cookie Cosmetics is very affordable, but I mean, who doesn't love a good 25% off, you know? I really recommend this sponge, and I love how big it gets. Like, it's just fantastic. So this foundation looks stunning. And this color is like my shade to the T. So tan 1, definitely approved by me. I think that's enough for the sponge, honestly. I feel like it covered everything that I needed to cover. You guys can see how stunning this looks on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some more of the foundation, and I'm going to be using my brush. For brush, my holy grail brush right now is the IT Cosmetics 704 brush. It is so good. Like, it's such a good multi-use brush. I actually just was invited to a masterclass with IT Cosmetics. It was virtual. And not only do they use this for foundation, but they also use this brush to apply moisturizer. And when I tried it, I was like, girl, this is incredible. I was so impressed how well it applies all different types of product on the face. It's just been my go-to brush. Okay, so I'm expecting a little bit more full coverage out of this side, just because I feel like whenever I go in with a brush, I get immediate full coverage. But let me just say, this is really beautiful. Finish of this foundation is definitely, like they claim, skin-like, because I'm looking at it, it doesn't look matte, it doesn't look dewy. It just looks like skin, like really good, healthy skin. And I love that. Like, woo. For $7, I mean, this is really nice stuff. And I can feel like that hyaluronic acid ingredient in here, because my skin feels so nice and hydrated. Even though I went in with my matte primer, like my skin still feels and looks very healthy. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask or like, you know, a heavy, when I say mask, I don't mean like the mask we have to wear nowadays. I'm talking about like, you know, like when you just feel like super heavy. It just doesn't feel like that. It feels so lovely. I am super impressed. I was so close not to buy this foundation because I'm like, oh, do I really need to try it out? But I'm like, no. Go to Walmart right now and get the foundation. I'm so happy I did. I'm so happy I got 2 shades. That's the cool thing about drugstore foundations. Like, if you're kind of on the fence of what shade to get, they tend to be very affordable like this. $7 foundation, you can get 2 for like $14, the price of like some drugstore, kind of luxury drugstore foundations. I feel like it's awesome, but it really looks so good. And you guys can see the difference between when it has set a little bit and when you just first apply it. I feel like this side where it's already setting, it definitely gives me like a skin-like, but a little tiny bit of a soft matte finish there. While this side, it's still setting, and it definitely does have that like fresh finish, that fresh vibe. I mean, both sides look great, but you guys can definitely see the difference of how it looks when you first apply it to when it just sets and sinks right into the skin. The foundation is cruelty-free, and this can last you up to 24 months. So yeah, it says cruelty-free and vegan right at the top. Okay, so that's pretty much the foundation on the skin. First impressions, I'm really liking how this looks. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and touch this side just because it has had more time to set and sink into my skin. So let's see. Doesn't feel sticky. It feels very nice and velvety and soft. Really impressed with that, because you guys know right now with having to wear face masks, if something feels too sticky for me, I'm like, I'd rather pass, because I just know it's gonna grasp onto my foundation and really transfer a lot. So this is definitely already a good sign for me. The way that it's sitting, it looks so beautiful. Like, literally, I'm like, can you just get into the skin? Like, it looks stunning. So right now it is 8:45 a.m. and I am excited to finish off the rest of my face so I can look really put together and snatched. So I'm gonna go ahead and do just that, and then I'll come back probably in about an hour and show you guys the completed look and how it's set with everything else. So keep watching, because this is just the start and I just have good feelings about it. We have a full day wear test. It's about to get real good. Okay guys, so I am back. I just finished my entire face of makeup. I will have all the details listed down below in my description box so you guys can go ahead and check out these products, because this face is giving me life. I did a little bit of a purple look for Purple Friday, which is something that Ravens fans do here in Baltimore. But I used my Araceli Beauty Catrina palette. Still obsessed with this. If you haven't bought it, go buy it now. This is everything. Latina owned. Check it out ASAP. Araceli Beauty. But let's talk about this Profusion foundation. So let me get my hair out of my way. Okay, there we go. So what are we thinking? I feel like this foundation looks absolutely stunning. It works so well with all my products. I did go ahead and use today the Tarte Shave Tape Concealer, just because lately I've been using it a lot for my eyelids to prep for eyeshadow, and I've really been enjoying the consistency of it. And because this foundation is more so of a natural skin-like finish, I feel like it will work well with some more full coverage products concealer-wise, and I feel like it worked excellent. The under eyes look so nice and smooth. I just feel like overall my skin looks really, really good with this foundation. The foundation is laying so nicely on top. Now, in case you guys are wondering, did you go ahead and set your face with powder? The only areas where I always will set/bake is my under eye, because I do crease. But everywhere else, I didn't really go in with powder. I only went in with the leftover powder that was from the bake, but I didn't specifically strictly go in certain areas to really powder. I do want to touch on really quickly the fact that this does claim to have SPF 15. Well, it does have SPF 15 because it says it right here. To be honest, when foundations tell me that they have SPF of 15 or so, it doesn't really mean anything to me, just because I feel like sunscreen isn't really effective for me unless I have like 30 or above. So for me, it's always a must to go in with my own sunscreen. You guys know that I always go ahead and use my First Aid Beauty weightless liquid mineral sunscreen of 30. This is like my favorite to use. I also use the Fenty Skin one. This is the moisturizer, but it does contain sunscreen as well. I just feel like you should always go in with your personal sunscreen as part of your skin prep before going in with foundation. Don't necessarily always count on foundation, especially when it does have SPF 15 or so. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't put this on and be like, oh my God, my skin's gonna be protected and covered from the sun the entire day. No, you probably have to go in with a setting spray with sunscreen, or just consider adding sunscreen to your routine, which it should already be part of your routine. But I'm just throwing that out there for anybody who may be wondering, you know, is that gonna be effective enough for me? I don't think so. So, I mean, besides that, I just feel like everything looks stunning. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna do and wear on the face. Right now it is 9:42 a.m. So we're getting a really good start. You guys will see me for an In Natural Light check-in. It is very foggy out, so I don't know how good of an natural lighting look I'm gonna get, but it's just really more so gonna be so you guys can see the skin up close and personal. And then as always, you guys will see me around 4 p.m. for my daily check-in, and then probably later in the evening for my final thoughts and whether I think this Profusion Feel Good Skin Foundation is worth the buy or not. It also claims to be long wearing, so I'm just like, let's see about you. Really curious. So far, everything's working out in my favor, so I'm really pleased, but I'll be seeing you guys in a few hours for my check-in. Hey guys, so I am back right now. It is about to be, I think, 4:30, I think. And I wanted to come back because I wanted to give you guys a check-in of how we are looking. It is much sunnier now from the morning when the last time you guys saw me. It was super foggy and just nasty, so I tried to get the best in natural lighting shot I could. But here's another one, just so you guys can see. Honestly, I'm really impressed with this Profusion foundation. I really love this shade Tan 1. I feel like it fits me perfectly, it matches my neck and everything really well. So I'm really pleased about that. And I just feel like it's totally a vibe. My baby hairs. But what are we thinking? I feel like it looks really good. It's not looking super duper oily, which is definitely a plus. I also was wearing my mask. So you guys can kind of tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think that it made stuff transfer? I feel like everything still looks exactly the same on me, to be honest. So I'm really happy about that. But I'm gonna continue on with the rest of the evening. I am meeting up with one of my best friends for dinner. So hopefully this wears nicely through that, because obviously I want to look nice and presentable and oil-free. And then if it does, then I'll come back really happy for our final thoughts and give you guys my last final little spiel on the Profusion foundation and whether it's worth your $7 or not. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm back right now. It is 11 p.m. I literally went way over the time that I projected to be out for. I just got home from my best friend's house. I went to visit her and her baby girl, my little Olivia. I definitely see myself using this foundation a lot going forward because it's just so beautiful. Are we looking dewy? Yes. I mean, you guys can see the oils picking up, but honestly, we've been wearing this since like 8 a.m. So like this, the fact that we've been wearing this since 8 a.m. I think is doing really damn well, honestly. Very, very well. So I'm very impressed with it. I have to give it honestly a solid 9 out of 10. And the reason I say 9 out of 10 is just because I feel like the shade range just overall isn't the greatest. I hope they get that together because I would love for them to have more shades for everybody because that's a big thing for me. But I think price point $7 for the foundation's really good price. You can find this foundation at Walmart and also on Profusion's website. This is definitely worth checking out. I feel like for the price, you really cannot beat it. It really competes heavily with a lot of high-end products that I would recommend. But it looks stunning. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Definitely think this is worth checking out. And you guys saw the whole wear test, the whole progress of it, and it worked. So those are my thoughts. I'll let you guys sound off in the comment section. I love interacting with you guys, so let me know your thoughts down below. And if you guys haven't done so, like I mentioned earlier, please subscribe. Helps me out, helps us grow, get to 40,000 subscribers because we are on our way. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, The Mexican Beauty. And that being said, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.